now tuned into The Money Zone.
Hey guys, welcome to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, guys. I am so excited to be here with you guys on this Tuesday. It was kind of nice today, which is weird because it's still winter, but I am so excited to be here with you guys on this amazing Tuesday to talk about what are enrolled agents. Okay, so many of you may not even know what I'm talking about. What are enrolled agents? What are they? So in tonight's show, we're going to talk about how enrolled agents can help you satisfy your tax debt, help you file those back taxes, and help you settle all of the issues that you have with the IRS. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about on tonight's show. So if I were you, I would share this video if you're watching us on any social media platforms. If you're watching us on ripradionetwork.com. You can also share the video. And if you would like to see the slides because you're watching us on a social media platform and you're only seeing my face, you may want to go to those two platforms. After tonight's show, guys, you can catch the show on everywhere podcast is housed. So if you want to know a little bit about tonight's show, head over to everywhere. iHeartRadio, Apple, Amazon Podcasts, everywhere. Okay. And then do me one favor. If you guys want to know our upcoming guests, because we have a guest for next week, and maybe send me some questions and topics that you guys want me to talk about, then you guys want to join our mailing list by going to bit.ly/Folasade Radio. Join our mailing list so you can email me whatever topics, questions. I know you guys be having burning tax questions and maybe want me to talk about a particular topic, or you may want a particular guest. And maybe or you see one of our guests coming on and you want to maybe ask your own questions, right? Then you want to join our mailing list so you can do that. Reply to our emails so we can now make the show around you guys. So guys, what we're going to do right now, we're going to take a quick little break. So do me one favor, share the video, grab your pen and grab your paper and share this video with somebody that you know. You haven't heard them say anything about taxes for years. They may need to tune in to tonight's show. So we'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome to the Money Zone, guys. We're talking about what are enrolled agents. So first things first, if you did not know what an enrolled agent is, guys, an enrolled agent is someone that is appointed by the IRS. So it is the actual highest level of, how would I say, status for the IRS. So if you guys want to see my screen, head over to ripradionetwork.com or go to our Facebook, go to our Facebook page and then type in ripradionetwork.com on Facebook. So an enrolled agent is a person who has earned the privilege of representing taxpayers before the Internal Revenue Services. Enrolled agents has passed a 3-part comprehensive IRS test covering individuals, business tax returns, and you have to pass that exam and get a certain amount, I think it's 70% or higher to be able to, you have to pass all 3 and get 70% or higher on each exam to be able to become an IRS enrolled agent. So they say the IRS enrolled agent status is the highest credential that the IRS awards. So guys, many of you probably see tax prep promo stuff talking about I'm a credentialed tax preparer. I have a certification. I can prepare your tax, so I'm an IRS appointed tax preparer. Guys, there are only 3 type of, well, let's say 4. I think it's 4. Tax attorneys, okay, or lawyers or whatever, right? CPAs, enrolled agents, and then registered return preparers. So registered return preparers is it's not even a credential per se for the IRS, but it just shows that that person does taxes and get paid to do it, and does they CE courses every year, get their 16, they stay on top of their education, get their 16 credits of CE every year, and they register and renew their P10, okay? So that's a registered tax preparer. An EA and a CPA and a tax attorney has unlimited authority to represent you in front of the IRS. So many of you have probably heard of someone being audited, or someone you know owing a lot of money, or the IRS then seized someone's bank account or seized someone's home. A tax attorney, an EA, and a CPA can represent you guys in front of the IRS to resolve those type of issues. Okay? So if you did not know, like I said, you have to be mindful that anyone can say that they are a tax preparer, because all you have to do is renew your P10 every year. But that doesn't mean that they are a credentialed tax preparer, guys. That does not mean that they have the credentials, okay? And you want someone, one of the 3, tax attorney, CPA, or an EA. All 3 of us have unlimited rights to represent you. So be mindful. A EA or a CPA cannot represent you in tax court. Okay? A tax attorney or a U.S. tax court preparer, well, tax court practitioner, where you have to take the bar exam, right? Then they're able to appoint you guys. So enrolled agents are able and knowledgeable to stand toe-to-toe with any CPA and any other tax preparer, or even a tax attorney on the IRS level, okay? Enrolled agents are considered America's tax experts. That's like the little logo that they coined for EAs, are considered America's tax experts because we specialize in taxes. A CPA specializes, if they want to, in taxes, but more so on the financial aspect of things. So an IRS enrolled agent, guys, can represent you guys across the board. So you guys have heard of all of those Optimums, Tax Release, all of those companies that y'all getting all of the calls from that do all of the radio show promos, and all of them, they hire EAs and tax attorneys and CPAs to actually settle all of those tax debts with the IRS and to resolve things. So what I'm going to do, guys, is just show you a few areas in which you guys can have issues with the IRS. I think many of you may not think about this often because nobody's going to publicize if they're having problems with the IRS, y'all. Nobody put it out there unless they are searching for solutions. Then you may hear somebody say, oh yeah, do you know somebody that can help me with my tax debt? Or do you know somebody that can help me with this? And then most people be forthcoming. But on a normal stance, nobody's going to tell you guys that they're owing money. Okay, and their house is about to get garnished. Okay, so an EA can help you submit installment agreements, because some people may owe hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. The IRS then done a garnishment, or the IRS have seized their bank accounts and things like that. So in situations like that, an EA will come in and help you guys with installment agreements. Okay, so installment agreements, it's a major big deal, especially if you're owing a certain amount that's above the levy threshold. If you owe that amount, you know, they can actually suspend your passport, so you won't be able to travel out of the country. Okay, and then they will also seize your bank accounts and then also put a lien on your home. Okay, so an installment agreement, an EA can help you guys with that. And EA can also help you guys with an offer in compromise. So an offer in compromise is when you guys owe a large amount of money and you feel as though you're not able to pay it, or you want to find a solution to be able to reduce the amount that you owe, or you feel like it's not collectible anymore, right? Then you will hire EA to help you guys with an offer in compromise. So offer in compromise is basically saying, oh, IRS, I owe you $100,000. Would you accept this offer of $25,000 and compromise, meaning work with me on this tax debt? Then the IRS will come back and say, I'm not going to work with you on that tax debt. You're going to have to pay me the $100,000, or okay, I'll accept the $25,000. So an EA will help you guys with offer and compromises as well. Okay. Okay. So let's say, for example, like I mentioned earlier, you guys owe money and you own a home. The IRS can put a lien on your home. So that means the moment that you go to sell your house, they want a piece of that. They're like, okay, you know what? They need to settle this amount if they sell their home. Okay. So an EA can help you get your liens discharged. Okay. They can help you not necessarily help you with the refinance process, but advise you guys on maybe refinancing and, maybe pulling out some money to settle the debt and offering compromise. Okay. The EA may even advise you to say, you know what, that might be one property that they take to settle the debt, depending on how much money you owe. And, the more and more money you guys make, the more and more liability exists. So in some cases, guys, the IRS do take homes to settle debts, and you guys will hire America's taxpayers, tax experts, to help you guys settle that debt. So enroll agents help with installment agreements, offering compromises, and federal tax liens. Okay. also, in this slide, it's not going to show you this. They can also help you. Well, I'll just go with the slides right now. EAs can help you settle employment taxes. So let's say, for example, you owe payroll taxes. You've been withholding payroll taxes from your employees and you have not been paying it, and you've racked up on the IRS. The EA can step in and help you either settle that debt, get on a payment plan, or negotiate with the IRS. They can help you when you guys have trust fund issues, meaning the IRS say, you know what, we're not going to let you walk away from being responsible for taking this tax money from your employees and from us. We're going to make you responsible for it. So the EA can step in and say, and prevent that from happening as well. So an EA can help you prepare your taxes, help you settle your tax debt, guys, help you negotiate on it, help you remove tax liens, okay, help you prevent from trust fund cases, guys. It's so much that an EA can help you guys with all of the tax problems and things that are out there. And in addition to what was on the list and what I mentioned, an EA can help you settle any garnishment, or even prevent garnishments from happening, or get it reduced to a lower amount. So, for example, I recently, and if you go check one of my reviews, I recently helped someone in that same situation where they were facing a garnishment, and the garnishment was for 75% of their wages. And the client said, Folasade, I cannot survive with that judgment. So I jumped in, got power of attorney, spoke with the rep, and we were able to get the garnishment down from 75% of his wages to 25%. And so you guys, you want to hire tax experts like EAs to really help you guys settle all of the problems that you're facing right now. So many of you have not filed back taxes in years. And prime example, every time now that I'm meeting a client now, this is not everybody's situation. They haven't filed taxes in many years. And guess what? I ended up filing the taxes and they're getting a refund. But because it's been so many years, they may not be able to get the refund. More than likely, they're not going to be able to get it, but it's been some angles that you're able to get your refund after 3 years. But normal situations, they wouldn't get their refund because it was so many years back. So many of you are running right now from the IRS, running from not filing your tax return for absolutely no reason, when you can hire myself. They can step in, file those back taxes, get you guys caught up, put you on an agreement, or your debt with the IRS, maybe even prevent your house from being taken on a day-to-day situation like I end up doing. So guys, what I want to do is just really anxious, because many of you are establishing relationships with robots. The box system, a block, do your taxes. And when you guys get in tax problems, who are you going to call? That's a question. When you guys get that, when you file your taxes via TurboTax, and I've seen a lot, like I'm in some of the, like, oh, but I'm not hiring a preparer. I'm not doing this. I have had no problems in 4 and 5 years. I have had no problems. Just because you guys have not had no problems with your taxes does not mean your taxes have been filed correctly. Just because you have not received the notice from IRS does not mean everything was done right. Okay, so don't go by, oh, because problems that I'm good. No, you may not be good, and the pot is boiling. And come now, because Biden didn't implement everything he warned you about, all of the increased audits, increased compliance, increased everything, right? They're going to end up out that, oh, you're prepared, right? Because computer. Now, I don't have a problem with TurboTax, but who are you establishing that relationship with if it's not done right? Are they going to represent you? If you get audited, are they going to help you compile the loads and loads of paperwork? Are they going to throw you under the bus and say you overlooked that question in their system, which they commonly do? So the question that we have is that why aren't we hiring? Not everybody's not hiring professionals. All of y'all hiring enrolled agents to really help you guys get your life in order. You might be running for no reason. You may not even owe that much money. You may not. So an enrolled agent, guys, can help you. Let me just repeat before we get ready to go on our break. Can help you settle all of those back tax debt. Can help you put in installment agreements and help you maintain them. Can help you go to the appeals. And so, guys, let me share my screen really quick so you guys can see how wide range the IRS appeals division is. So you guys are about to see the operational chart of the IRS appeals division. So an EA can help you settle collection appeals. That means if you owe a lot of money, not even a lot, if you owe any amount of money and they're sending you notices saying pay me, you're in collections, right? You're just not in garnishment levy phase, okay? So enrolled agents can help you with the collections process and the appeals. And the enrolled agent can help you in an examination. So let's say, for example, you get audited. An enrolled agent can help represent you. And then also help you appeal the results from the examination. And in addition to that, let's say, for example, you did inter-spouse and the IRS didn't approve it. Your enrolled agent can take it to the appeals and so forth and so forth. So if you're not working with a CPA, tax attorney, or enrolled agent, they cannot help you with the appeals, okay? Your registered tax return preparer cannot appeal an IRS decision. But be mindful that a CPA or EA cannot represent you in tax court unless we take the tax court bar exam and pass. Okay? So guys, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to talk about all of the mess that's going on regarding the IRS, audits, give you guys an update and everything else. So grab your pen, grab your paper, share the video, and we'll be right back. So your refund can still be high. Or if it's not the case, your refund would definitely be lower. So that's really a few of the reasons why many of you are going to be shocked, thrown back, taken aback, beat up, disturbed, might be crying in your feelings because your tax refunds are much lower than what you anticipated. Your business is right on that piece of paper that I can maximize, but guess what? Many of you guys took shortcuts in your business. You've been taking shortcuts for years. So you're out of luck right now. You're looking at that pile of paper and you like, yo, you serious, Folasade? Yes, I'm serious. And I'm very serious because right now your bookkeeping is what's going to either catapult your business or be a detriment to your business. And your lack of it is definitely a detriment, especially in the situation that we're in right now, where we all need to be maximizing our deductions and paying as little bit of tax as we legally could so we can sustain in our businesses and be able to afford our lifestyle. But if you are not doing your bookkeeping, and if you're not keeping proper records, then I guarantee you are not paying the right amount of taxes that you're supposed to pay, or you're not getting the right amount of refund that you are supposed to be getting. So if you are a business owner, the way for you to protect your wealth, your income right now is by making sure you cross your T's and dot your I's and get your bookkeeper in order and stop playing games like you out here not trying to build a successful business. Only people that don't want to be successful don't have an accountant. Only people that don't want to be successful don't do their bookkeeping. And right now, your small business is maybe somebody else's blessing if you were to get your stuff in order. So you need your bookkeeping to make sure that every dollar you spend in your business is written off. Let me hold you to your future. Integrity matters. Honesty matters. Transparency matters. Okay? Accountability matters. Accounting matters. Okay? And being forthcoming matters. But most importantly, being you and staying true to yourself is what really matters. Hey guys, welcome back to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the Accountability Accounting guys. On the first segment, guys, we were talking about what are enrolled agents, and many of you have seen a lot of people have the EA behind their name, and you are wondering because you commonly see CPA or JD for Juris Doctor for attorneys and things like that, or ESQ for Esquire for attorney or whatever, right? But you might have seen the EA acronym, but you've never really understood what it is. So enrolled agents, are the America's tax experts. We are the ones that are actually focused primarily on taxes. So on the second segment of the show, we're audit red flags. Audit red flags, because I want to prepare you guys for the surge of audits that I've already pre-warned you guys. It's been about 1.5 years now since I warned you guys when they first started giving out the COVID relief money to all of the small businesses. I mentioned to you guys at that point that the government have to replenish that money. They have to figure out how they're going to recoup it. When you go spend money, your hustle should be how to You're going to make that money back, right? So that's what the government did. And so Biden, and I knew he was going to take this angle because he's pretty smart, right? I got to give it to the guy. He took a whole angle, was like, okay, well, guess what? We're going to use, well, no, it's very common for politicians to really piggyback off the tax system to be able to get all of their laws and policies approved. That's why every year, guys, you see so many tax changes, because if it has a negative economic effect, they may change it. Okay. So in this particular case, Biden was like, hey, the government can't fault. Now that's Obama saying it smooth like that. But Biden was like, look, we're not going to be able to have this economy fall while I'm in office. So to be able to keep the economy afloat and our growth steady, he figured out that the U.S., you, me, all of us taxpayers, all of us U.S. taxpayers owe the IRS billions of dollars. And he also realized that if they actually implemented all of the compliance policies that they have, that they can actually recover trillions and trillions of dollars, which is what he gave, right, for the pandemic relief. So now we're here. We're in 2022. And right now, if you guys were to just Google IRS audits, take a minute, go ahead on and Google IRS audits. You will see that as in January, almost every publication you can think of is saying, beware, the IRS audits are looming. So I just wanted to come in here, guys, and basically give you guys some of the red flags that you guys want to be concerned about. And if you haven't filed your taxes, implement that now to lower your chances of being audited. Now, what I'm saying is not considered tax advice, guys. And honestly, truth be told, if your audit documents or your notice is computer generated, there's nothing we can do. But here are a few things that you guys could do to better reduce your chances of being audited, because we know Biden is coming. Dun, 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 dun. For all y'all that voted for him, he's coming. All right. So audit red flag number 1, inconsistency. So what I mean by that, last year, girl, you made $40,000. 2020, right? Let's say you made $40,000. And then this 2021 return you're about to file, you made $120, $120,000. That significant difference of $80,000 can now increase your chances of being audited. Now, I don't want to fear you guys and scare you guys and say, oh, no, don't make the money. No, make the coins, honey. Make the money, right? But if you know that your income drastically jumped, then you want to make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's and make sure you have all your paperwork and stuff in place, and make sure that you can back up all of your expenses and stuff, because you have actually increased your chances of being audited. Okay. The second red flag is, and this is going to happen a lot this year, mathematical errors. So this is all of the TurboTax filers. This is for all of the people that don't keep proper records or don't want to take the time and create an IRS account and download the letters that I need, or download the letters that your tax preparer needs. So guess what happens? They submit an incorrect tax return with information saying that you received the child tax credit of $1,500, but you receive $2,000. That difference can cause an examination. Okay. Or because you didn't want to download your 1099 from your merchant, you just guessed the number that you made, and then you file your tax return in your business. And then guess what? You get audited because the 1099s didn't match. So mathematical errors can cause you guys to be audited. And it's going to involve around this child tax credit, the stimulus payments, and then mistakes with these 1099s. Okay. Another way for you guys to increase your chances of being audited is having all of those 0, 0. And I've been telling you guys for years, but every time you guys don't want to do your bookkeeping and you're guessing on the numbers and you round it or just guess and say 4,100, 3,200, 4,100. And then I send my clients back. But for the people that your accountant don't send you back to clean those numbers up, or for all of you that plug those numbers in to TurboTax and software, and you thinking you doing something, you didn't increase your chances of being audited because you got all of those zeros. There's no way with how numbers, and I've been operating with numbers for almost 18 years, y'all. I don't think I've seen the same number even 3 times in almost 18 years. As I'm calculating and seeing numbers, I don't recall seeing this. Now I might see 10, 12, 13, but I'm talking about like 2,100, 2,100, 2,100. No. 2,500, 2,500, 2,500. No. So those flat numbers are going to get y'all audited. Then we got the folks that be like, oh, no. It's the same from last year. If it's not the exact same from last year, and that means your records, your proof show that your charitable donations was the exact dollar amount, then you want to claim the exact dollar amount. That hurts you guys. Not only does it increase your chances of being audited because you're using the same flat number from the previous year, if it's not correct, but it also hurts you because let's say if you made a higher charitable contribution, but because you didn't want to keep proper records, you don't know how much your charitable contributions are. You're not sure. So all of these little things increase your chances of being audited. I don't care what you guys end up doing this year. Just do it right. That's all I ask y'all to do this year. If you've been messing up on your taxes for all of these years, which a lot of you know you have, just do me one favor. When you guys go file this 2021 tax return, please just do it right. Please do it right, because you're going to bite yourself in the tail. Because a lot of people now are trying to figure out how to do the child tax credit because they didn't let somebody else claim their child. So they're trying to figure out how to file the tax return. Don't want to hire an EA to clean up things. The IRS is still issuing regulations, y'all, for this tax year. And you regular taxpayers, y'all normal people, cannot go and read the new regulations that they just sent was 484 pages. They said, oh, hey, these are the updates that we made this year. And it's involving almost everything, y'all. Startup costs, PPP loan, donations, all sorts of things that 484-page document is talking about. But because you guys want to file your taxes on your own, because we don't want to keep proper records, guys, 2021 is that year where I told you guys last year it was going to change the game, and it did. Now, everybody is out here looming. Things are just crazy in 2022. So I know the IRS is knocking. I told you guys they were hiring 40 to 50,000 agents. I see the ads. And so I just want to let you guys know that there are a few things that you guys can do. First of all, file an accurate tax return. Pull your transcripts. I have clients today that I was finalizing their tax return, and I said, I'm going to need you to go and pull your transcripts. And she was like, I got it. I just pulled it the other day. She sent it over, and it was W-2 on there that she didn't give me. So if you know you don't have all of your paperwork, take a minute, go pull your transcripts. Don't mess yourself up trying to rush to get a refund. Yes, you got people posted out here. You got some accountants posted out here. File your tax. I don't do that. I don't advise none of y'all to file your tax returns early because there's still changes being made right now. And if you're receiving the earned income tax credit, if you're receiving the affordable child, the additional child tax credit, also if you also filing for the American Opportunity Tax Credit, they will delay issuing your refund until the end of February. So you rushing to file your tax return last week just because you got your W-2 and you didn't file the incorrect tax return. Let me get some water, y'all. You didn't file the incorrect tax return. So just do everything right now, y'all. Do your bookkeeping. Do your bookkeeping. Especially now, since PayPal, Venmo, all of these third-party merchants, Cash App, all of them have to report your income the moment you make above $600. So that means that $100,000 you made last year that they probably didn't issue it, or that $40,000, $30,000, they're now going to report it to the IRS. And see, what a lot of you don't understand is that when they reported this year for the first year, oh my gosh, you know how you get something like, I feel like it's something stuck in the back of my throat. When they go and report your income to the IRS for this year, and it showed the IRS you made that much money, the IRS is going to pull your prior year return just to see if it's consistent. So that goes back to what I said. You need to file a consistent tax return, y'all. Because if you didn't, we're in trouble this year. Alrighty, so we talked about inconsistent returns. We talked about the zeros. We talked about mathematical errors. We talked about earned income tax credit and things like that. They won't be able to get their refund until the end of the year. I said in the end of February. But additionally, if you receive earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and things like that, the IRS have the opportunity to examine your return for accuracy or to see if it's valid. So they're really waiting. And I warned you guys when this first happened 3 years ago, when the changes first happened. The IRS, Congress put in a law that states that the IRS can delay y'all refunds to give them more time to review your W-2 and the information that they are waiting from your employers to report to them. So they're trying to reduce fraud. So to reduce fraud, to give back Biden's money and everything else, guess what's happening? Increase audits. Increase audits. And it's going to be across the board. We're talking about from the business sector. And so this is the thing, guys. It's not going to be the really rich. It's not going to be the really rich. It's not, because they hire attorneys, enroll agents, CPAs to defend them. So the IRS don't have the financial bandwidth to go against a rich person that can pay an attorney $100,000 full time to just work on their tax case, or $200,000 just to work on their tax case so they can save $1 million or $3 million. But the middle class is really the target. So the middle class is the target because the IRS know that a lot of you are filing your tax returns on your own. See, guys, when you have your tax returns and it show someone representing you, if it's not a computer generated audit, they may not want to take the time to audit you because they know you might have representation. I've been in audit, y'all, where the IRS agent will be like, oh, it's taking too long. Because they only have a certain amount of days. It's taking too long, Folasade. Just send me over with the final numbers you came up with. And then we'll work with that. Because of the time. So in that case, guys, that's why you want to hire enrolled agents to assist you. And because I feel as though the IRS work with enrolled agents better too, because we're licensed by the IRS. So like when I call, it's a different response. They kind of always want to work with me. And so, but when you guys try to do this stuff on your own, you're setting yourself up. Yes, everything might have been good, but with all of these changes, just build that relationship. So if you do get audited, so if you do get a notice, you'll have somebody to reach out to help you resolve your tax issues. Remember, enrolled agents are America's tax experts, and we can help you with so much. The issues that you guys have to also help yourself. Yes, you don't have to talk. You don't have to wait. You can go in the middle of the night and do your taxes via TurboTax. Yes, I get it. You can go to Staples, go to Walmart, buy the little tax return in a box, pop it in your system, or get the code and have a way they do it now, right? I get it. But the reality is that you're a lone ranger out there in this sea of IRS territory. They're coming, and they're coming with the vengeance. So guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen really quick, and then we're going to close out. I'm going to show y'all all of the recent posts that is talking about audits. All you have to do is, like I said, just go and type in IRS audits. Look at this. Just type in IRS audits. You will literally see the dates. What's this date? January 19th, 2022, November 18th, 2021, January 19th, January 10th, 2022. This is recent, y'all. This is recent. So if every news publication is talking about the IRS audits, then that means you guys need to prepare yourself. If you prepare yourself, take the few IRS audit red flags that I gave you guys, look at your tax return, ask yourself, was you doing, was you keeping proper records? Because you know it. Ask yourself, you got all zeros on your return? Did you claim all your income? And are you claiming the credits that you're only supposed to take? This 2021 filing year is not the year to mess yourself up for the next 5 to 10 years. We're off the mission of building generational wealth, prosperity, abundance, rich shit, all of that, right? You can't be off that mentality, still trying to run from the IRS. You can't be off that mentality, still trying to cheat your taxes to get an extra 2-3 grand. You can't be off the IRS making all of this money and you don't file this tax returns. That's making all of this money too, because they just said allegedly that your girl Tasha K, haven't filed her taxes in 3 and 4 years. So in situations like that, y'all are making a lot of money online too. And y'all not filing the tax returns, you're opening up yourself to be audited, for them to file the returns, issue civil penalties and everything. And so I'm coming to you guys tonight, introducing you to the American tax experts like myself that can help you resolve your tax problems, but also letting you guys know that most of your tax problems exist because you guys don't want to hire real professionals to do it. Yes, you pay what, $130. Even now, TurboTax fees are expensive now. They're like $200 now. You might as well go to a preparer. You might as well. The fees are high now. You're not really getting a discount, girl. So, all right, guys. So we about to close out. hire enroll agents. You learn quite a bit. So enroll agents are able to represent you in the whole IRS department. Okay? The IRS appeals, IRS collections, IRS everything. Garnishments, IRS installment agreements, tax return preparation, everything. Representation and audit, everything. So you want to hire enroll agents because they can settle all of your tax problems. And then secondly, guys, you want to make sure that you pay attention to your tax returns this year to see whether or not you have increased or decreased, or is there opportunity for you to decrease your chances of being audited? So ask yourself number one question: did you file all your income? Number two, is your return consistent? Now, if you made a surge of money, boo, it can't be consistent. Make your money, right? But cross your T's, dot your I's with your expenses and stuff. Are you committing mathematical errors? Okay. Then number four, are you taking on tax credits like the American Opportunity Tax Credit for college students, Earned Income Tax Credit, the Additional Child Tax Credit, because those things can open up an examination. A temporary one, brief one, quick one, the verified, but if the information don't look right, it can open up your chances of being audited. And then also, last but not least, taking deductions and stuff that is massive. If you guys have these massive losses, because I'm seeing that again this year, saw it last year, years and years, it's still going on. I thought all of these years to let y'all know, all of these massive losses without the paperwork to back it up, without the proof that you legitimately was trying to make money in your business, it's going to get a lot of y'all audited too. So just ask yourself, do you want to build prosperity? Do you want to build generational wealth? Are you really trying to save and get your life in order? If you are, then let's stop playing tax games and let's start filing out tax returns the right way and hire enroll agents like myself to help you catch up on those back taxes, get caught up, and just give you that peace of mind that you need going forward. I'm your girl, Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, guys. I will see you next week. And we have our amazing guest coming on. And we're going to talk about all of the debt that she was able to smash, y'all. She done paid down so much money and really is building her platform and helping people do the same. So you want to tune in to next week's show because we have an amazing guest coming on. I'll see you guys next week. Good night.